We are live, ladies and gentlemen. If you love God, love people, and love real estate, you're in the right place. My name is Derek Forston. I'm Mr. ILF. Beautiful. Who are you?
I'm Shanye Shea Forston, and I'm Miss ILF, and I am excited to be here with you. What's up? What we got going on?
We
Talk
got a
to the
lot
people.
going on today. So I want to talk about our event that we have coming up March the 28th. If you haven't signed up already, what in the world are you waiting on? March the 28th, I want you guys to visit ilfconsulting.org. Again, that's ilfconsulting.org. You can get your tickets by going there, or you can also text the word LEARN to 407-326-0086. So nevertheless, as we always say, man, if you love God and love people and love real estate, you're in the right place, because we discuss independent living facilities here. So if you have a regular 9-to-5 job and you tired of it and you ready to quit or resign, as we love to say, you're in the right place. If you always want to get into real estate and helping people and also be in ministry, this is it. A lot of you guys thought you had to start your own church or grab a microphone and go and preach to people to start a ministry. But we found out if you can show the love of God through real estate, right? It's just like having a ministry. So put a number 1 in the chat if you've always wanted to start a ministry where you was helping people. And you also thought it was pretty cool, right, to add real estate to that. And that's kind of where Shay and I are at. I'm not a pastor. I'm not a bishop. But we do love God and we love people. We found out that if we merge real estate into it, game over, right? So we're super excited about that. So Orlando, Florida is where it's going down, and we're calling it the ILF Anywhere Tour. So sometimes it's called a lunch and learn. We'll say that word. But the main phrase of this is called the ILF Anywhere, because this works anywhere. Our coaching right now is in 41 states, but this works in all 50 states. Because again, it just takes real estate that you can rent or lease, right? And then it takes the love of God, being nice to people. And we're serving a population of people that can't afford to go and buy a house, get an apartment, or any of that jazz. So we're the in-between between a guy being homeless on the street and a guy not being appropriate enough for a group home. Because we serve people that are completely independent. So in less than y'all being like, 5 minutes with me, I just told you that we're serving independent people that can cook their own bologna sandwich. They can take their own medications without me pretending to be a nurse. And they provide their own transportation through Uber and Lyft and the local bus system. How many of you all got a bus system in your city? So where I live in, it's called the Lynx bus system. Can y'all drop below? I see T Sims in the chat.
Hey, we're talking about you today.
What is the name of your bus system if you have one? If you don't type, I don't have no bus system, Derek. Because what you're going to find out, a lot of people that we serve, they don't have cars.
Right.
There are not a lot of people that's going to be driving. And we're going to talk a lot about that when you guys come to Orlando for the live event. My housing is different from Shay. When you go to my ILFs, you will see no cars in the driveway.
None.
When you go to Shay's house, it's a little bit different. She got people that drive and that go to work and that drive Uber and Lyft and all of these other things. I don't have people that have cars. None. Zero. I have 0 guys at my place, and I'm already answering a question from the Roberts family. You was asking, well, what do we do about parking? None of my guys drive, y'all. So you got to remember the kind of population that we serve. A lot of them just don't drive, and they depend on the regular bus system. So again, in less than 5 minutes of you being with me, I'm telling you right now, this does not require a license. You can rent or lease the property to get started. And we're serving people that are completely independent. That's what removes all the regulations and those hula hoops and all of those red tapes that you got to jump through. Because when you serve independent people that just need a place to live, like that skips the line of being a group home. Because a group home, you got to serve people by feeding them, bathing them, administering medications. So if you're taking notes today, and I'm still under 5 minutes, we don't give out medications. We don't prepare or cook food. And guys, I'm not their taxi cab. I am not driving them around. So even in my advertisement, it sounds like this. Are you a homeless military veteran? Are you somebody that can't afford these high prices in your city when it comes to getting your own apartment? And you don't mind a shared living environment? Come see me. And guys, that's what our whole event, March the 28th, is about. I'll admit, Shay, I don't have a bunch of information today. I only want to talk about the event, who's coming, who's not, and where we going next.
Yeah.
So because of T. Sims and probably Tiffany Henry, we're probably coming to
And
Baltimore,
Katara.
Maryland.
Yeah.
We're probably coming to Richmond, Virginia. Atlanta, Georgia's on the map this year. So I want to talk about
South
where
Carolina
are we going.
again.
South Carolina be a double back for us
Yeah,
then. So we're
South
going
Carolina's
back there
a
then.
definite.
But definitely those newer places is Richmond, Virginia.
Yeah.
Tiffany Henry, shout me out if you here. T. Sims, Baltimore, Maryland.
Better say it right.
Shout me out, T. Sims, if you here. And all my people from Atlanta, Georgia, we're going to probably come and see you guys as well, too. So that's who we are. That's what we do. And I just hit the 5-minute mark. So if you guys have questions about that, let me know.
Bring on
but
your
I want to
questions.
talk a lot about the event today and what's going down.
Don't forget to go on to our Facebook group.
And I'm also going to talk about what that VIP ticket does. So I'm getting a lot of questions about what is the difference between the regular ticket at $197 and then the VIP ticket at $297. But let me pause right there before I just jump into that. Put in the chat, everybody, where you guys located, city and state. I'm just nosing. I wanted to see where you guys are at. Our coaching is in 41 states. And I just want to see who's close to us in proximity,
right,
or who's in the states that we're already coaching, or will somebody list a place where we're not. So if I'm telling you I coach in 41 states, if my math is correct, we got 9 more places where I currently am not coaching somebody that's under my one-on-one coaching or in the collective group coaching. So everybody put in the chat, where are you guys located, or speaking faith, where will you launch your first facility? Shay, on you.
Yeah. So as you all know, we both do this from 2 totally different business structures. I am a 501c nonprofit organization. Derek is a for-profit organization. And the fun thing about the way we do this and how we're going to show you on March 28th is that you can do either way. It just depends on your end goal, right? For me, the 501c3 allows me the access to grants, to donors, to all sorts of different funding opportunities. And it allows me to not only just focus solely on housing, I can also focus on other programs, other initiatives that I want to add into my ILF. So prime example, some of y'all don't know this, but for the last month, I partnered with Metro Diners. Thank you so much to all of the amazing people. Jacob Kretz from Metro Diners, who is the district manager, who allowed for me to feed a family that has been displaced and been residing in a hotel for a couple of years, actually, not even months. They've been residing in a hotel for years. And, you know, some situation took place and they ran out of the ability to obtain food resources. So with my partnership with Metro Diners, we were able to, they provided the meals and I provided the transport. So I had a grant that came in from Walmart. Huge shout out to Walmart once again. And that covered the Uber. Listen to what I'm saying. The Uber courier service for me to get the food transported from the restaurant to where this family was in the hotel. Now, that's an ask. I asked Walmart for money. And Walmart said, yes, this is in alignment with what we do. It's food insecurities, and you are solely focused on making sure that this family gets food for a month. And we were able to do that for a month consistently with it was 1 meal a day. And it was their heaviest meal. They got to choose what they wanted from the Metro Diners menu, and they sent that in. I sent it via email. Metro Diners team had it ready for pickup for my Uber courier, not Uber Eats, Uber courier services. And I can do that because I have a business account that has a domain-based email with Uber. So that's the benefit that I have from being a nonprofit. I get more buy-in from other organizations to help me push a greater and grander mission and vision when it comes to the ILF model. So again, guys, you can choose however you want to do this. I tell people all the time, you know, the LLC route is easy, but I can guarantee you this: if you start with a nonprofit, you don't have to make that your sole focus is housing. The housing becomes an added benefit to your 501c3, showing consistent income so that you're not solely reliable on grants and funds coming in and donations coming in. You can fully create the initiatives that you want with the funding coming in from the housing aspect of things. So that's why I love this. And I love talking about it. So you don't want to miss March 28th at 11 a.m. here in Orlando, Florida, the ILF Anywhere event, where we are going to have lunch. We're going to talk about the independent living facility model. And if you purchase the VIP ticket, you get to come and walk through my lady's house. We use my lady's house for the room, the space, and then we can also hang out on the amazing patio deck and kind of give our ladies some space. But ultimately, we want to see your face in the place. You can text the word learn to 407-326-0086 and cop your ticket today, because we want you to be a part of the ILF Anywhere, especially if you're in anywhere in Central Florida, right? Like they say, not a church alive, because it's a church. We are the church. We are the ecclesia. So event with the church alive is worth the drive. So I don't care where you're located. Come on over to Orlando, Florida.
Absolutely.
Join us at the ILF Anywhere event and let us talk to you about how you can start your independent living facility and be successful in it. So Derek, back to you. Talk to us.
Absolutely. So I just want to make sure that people understand what we'll be covering at that event too. So I hate to say it, but it's almost like getting my one-on-one coaching in one day. Right. So most important is that you guys get every question that you come with answered.
Yeah.
Because obviously there's just certain things that I just can't say on YouTube. I get in trouble for and just get in all of this stuff. But the event is one thing that I love, the live events, because again, my promise always is to give you some game, to coach you and to teach you.
Right.
But my promise is that you will not leave there doing this, scratching your head, because if you do, that means that was your fault.
Correct.
I'm literally telling you, there is no question I will not answer. Some of you guys feel like you're on the cusp of your breakthrough of this, but you just got 4 or 5 questions that you just can't get from this channel or out of no book. So come to Orlando, Florida, guys, because again, there is no question that would be disbarred, if that's a word.
Yeah.
Everything gonna be wide open. And again, we're only taking 30 people. So oftentimes I kind of let events just kind of go willy-nilly and however many people come. This one I want to keep pretty intimate. We're accepting the first 30 people, and then out of those 30, 10 people that purchase a VIP ticket, we're actually going to let them tour it.
Right.
So it's one thing to hear Shay and I talk about ILF and how cool it is, but how great is it that if you can come and walk through one that is running and active with people in it? Mm-hmm. And Shay and I are usually really careful about letting people mingle with our clients, because that's their personal life. But lucky for y'all and us, most of our tenants want to tell their story. Like
Correct.
They want to meet people. So we're going to allow that actually. So 10 people that purchase, and if I'm not mistaken, I think 4 people already got it. So if you want a VIP ticket, absolutely don't wait, because I will kind of linger and stretch out the regular admission tickets if it goes a little over. But I absolutely would not allow over 10 people to go into this ILF.
Correct.
We want to keep that intimate and also respect my tenants' time and their space. And again, y'all, 4 people already got the VIP ticket. So there's 6 of those left. And again, whatever the math is, was that 24 more people? Because we want about 30 people in that room, because I want to be able to take a picture of that room and say, these are the people that would change the city of Orlando. These are the people that would change the city of wherever you live at. Somebody just put in the chat, Macon, Georgia. So if you come from Georgia to there, which we own property in Warner Robins and do business in Macon, you're going to go back to Macon and change your city with this.
Yep.
So put a number 7 in the chat if you wish to change your city with this housing model. Mm-hmm. Literally 2 minutes before we went live today, I'll just say it like this. We got a new toy, and I bought Shay a drone, y'all, and she shot this beautiful shot. And I won't say exactly where we were, but it's in the city of Orlando. Yeah. And she went up way high. And I showed you guys a bird's eye view of what I mean by when I say, God, I want to take over my city when it comes to affordable housing. And I wanted to give y'all a bird's eye view of what that looked like. Yep. Because it's hard to see that bird's eye view from the street. So Shay went up 300 feet in the air and showed y'all the whole city. So when y'all get time, go and check that out at Derek Forston at my page. Shay shot the footage. I did the talk over. But more importantly, I want you to steal that prayer from me. Like, steal this prayer. Heavenly Father, I want to take over my city when it comes to affordable housing. I ask that you give me favor with every city official, every
100%. Yeah,
decision maker, so that when I start this business, they leave me alone and don't bother me because I'm
exactly.
bringing change to this city. And Father God, help them notice who I am and what
Yeah.
we're doing. And God, I ever be so careful to give you all the glory, you the honor, and you the praise. God, I'll take no credit. I'll
Yep.
tell the people and the city that is you and that you're just working through me, which is the vessel.
Yeah.
Now, if you don't remember all that, no problem. But just say, God, help me take over my city. And God, I promise I'll do it the right way. Because if y'all know my story, type the word new in the chat if you completely new to us. Just type the word N-E-W. Because I saw a lady y'all doing this, making 41 grand a month, housing people in rats and roaches. And when I found that out, I said, Lord, have mercy. What am I doing as a social worker only making 28 grand a year
And she's
and probably not making a bigger impact as I could if I did this on my own?
Yeah, that is so true. And I think a lot of people lose sight of that. The fact that the impact that you make. And I want you all to know, like, prime example, I'm going to give an example of impact. So I talk about the one resident that came to me. It's been over 10 months now, came through a program. I've talked about that program, how they pay for her, her bed fee. Well, she just graduated from that program, and the impact that we were able to make in her life was dramatic. She had no family, no resources, no support system or structure, and she's found solace in being in my ILF. And for those of you that come to the VIP walkthrough, your battery's about to die. Those that come to the VIP walkthrough, you'll get the ability to interact with this young lady and get to hear her story from her. Because she's at that place now, Derek, where she's sharing her story. She's having outward conversations of, where she was, what she's been through, how she's grown, how she's developed, how the ILF model has really helped re-establish her life. Prime example, the biggest example was we were at the house, was it yesterday, day before yesterday, doing just some yard work, and she was in the yard, her and Derek. I was flying the drone, y'all, so I didn't and I'll put some drone footage, I'll put some of that footage up as well. But her and Derek are in the beds, in the weeds, and this is something that she's learning, a new skill, because we're introducing her to these things. She goes out pressure washing with us when we have big jobs. She's one of the team members for Power Stream Solutions. And she went from this broken space to now being more independent, more self-advocating, all of these things, because of this is where it starts. Housing was the start. Housing, a safe place, a place where she can have a voice, a place where she can, have conversations with me, the ILF owner. I'm not just throwing you in a bed and saying, hey, this is where you live, have fun. No, I go and spend time with my ladies. I go and hang out. We do spa days. We are like, literally, guys, we're in the process of getting a larger vehicle just so I can do weekend outings with these young ladies, because you don't realize how much it blesses them, and you don't even realize how much it blesses you.
Yeah.
Like Derek and I can go story for story on how full we are when we leave a day with our residents, because it's beautiful. And if you get the opportunity to spend time with your residents, hear their story, encourage them, help motivate them, let them see that they're more than enough, that's when you get a really great outcome from the residents that you serve.
Yeah.
And especially this one that I'm talking about, guys, she had no connection to her family. Well, guess what happened yesterday while we were at the house? Her aunt and her cousin came to pick her up because, one, they didn't know where she was. Two, they had no clue what situation she was in. And now she's able to reestablish family bonds, family ties. Like I got to meet her aunt and her cousin and have a great conversation with them. And they even talked about, they didn't know. And I was able to share with them like where she was to where she is. I said, if you would have seen her 10 months ago, it would have broke you. I said, I know this is uncomfortable seeing her in this still a somewhat fragile state because they're not used to seeing her this way. But now seeing her more like a swan, it's beautiful. And these are the things I tell people all the time. This is the impact that we make as ILF owners and operators. Derek, back to you.
That's good stuff. So again,
Yeah.
man, less than what? We're right at 20 minutes. So in less than 20 minutes, put a number 3 in the chat of what you've heard so far. You feel like I can do this, like you can do this. Either type in the chat, I can do this, or put a number 3 in the chat. In less than 20 minutes and 31 seconds of being with you all, we just explained a housing model that shows the love of God, the love for people. And if you love real estate, that's the icing on the cake.
100%.
Right? Yeah. Because we talk about renting and leasing these places all the time, because 90 to 95% of y'all are not just geared up, ready to go buy a place tomorrow. But a lot of y'all can go and rent one or lease one. But that's the other reason why March the 28th, we want to show you guys in Orlando, Florida, like, what does it mean to buy one? How did Shay get to a point? What was the decision that went into, okay, Derek, we've rented at least enough of these places. Can we buy one now?
Yeah.
What went into that decision? So that's why we always love to take people, even when we do multiple places or more than one, we make sure we take you to the one that we bought, because that's the dream for everybody.
Absolutely.
Put in the chat if that's a dream of yours one day, to buy a property and not to always lease one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I saw only one new person. I think that was that's at Houston, Texas. So I want to say welcome to the Horton family. Anybody else completely new to us, meaning you just discovered us in the last 7 days?
Yeah.
If I'm that new to you, type the word new in the chat. If you just bumped into me between last night and the last 7 days. And then again, I think some of y'all did it, but just put in the chat again, where are you located? And who's coming to Orlando, Florida?
Yeah.
Like, I want to see you guys in Orlando, Florida, so you can experience a live event. But again, remember, 10 of y'all going to be able to walk through an active ILF, where we're going to continue the teaching. Because once you see certain stuff, you're going to have more questions. Those other people outside of the 10 of y'all that don't go to the house, they're not going to even know what to ask, because they're not going to see it.
Yeah.
Some of y'all going to get to see the whole, well, 10 of y'all going to get to see the whole thing. Some of y'all gonna be interacting with our clients, because some of them love to talk.
Most of them.
So you gonna see what kind of people we're housing.
Yeah.
And guys, this ain't no show and tell. We don't do this a lot. So not to be cocky about it, but y'all should feel privileged that we're actually allowing you to walk in this place. Yeah. These are people's personal lives, but we want y'all to see it because we want y'all to get it. You know what's real cool too? Shay's clients in that house understand what we do and know that y'all want to
love
see
it. Yeah. So
they know y'all want to see
let me express let me expound on that. What
do.
People don't realize is that, like, they all have, like, my ladies have been with me long term. So most of my residents at this house are, like, for real long term. I'm talking about 3 to 6 years, okay, of being with me. And they don't have an option B. So they'll be with me from now on, right? And they know what we do. So guess what? They're advocates for who we are. They advocate for what we do. They have conversations. They refer residents into me. So you've got to realize that once you get in this space and you're really providing what you say you're going to provide, your residents are going to be the biggest mouthpieces for your program. They're going to advocate most for your program. So just be mindful of that. Derek and I have been doing this for, a long time. That's why we trademarked independent living facilities, because we came up with the model for education, training, and consulting. So we are the preferred and the trademark holders of the independent living facility model. Independent living homes, independent living, .com, end of story. Put a nail in it, right? But you definitely don't want to miss this event. Our goal this year is to have several events in different cities and states, so that we can highlight those that are under the ILF model that have been consulted by us, and they will show you how they've become the preferred vendors in their city. So it's not all about Derek and I showing off what we know, but it's being able to show that we've got success stories all over the nation, from California to Boston, Baltimore, New York, New Jersey, Virginia, Atlanta. Hi, where's Tiffany? Our other Tiffany, Arkansas, Oklahoma. I'm sorry, I said Oklahoma, Arkansas. Like, we've got all of these amazing people that are doing amazing things in all of these different cities and states, and they're taking people from homeless to hopeful. And this year we are really gonna, we're gonna really lean into doing the ILF anywhere in more locations. We did it last year. And we're going to do it, of course, more. So I'm actually going to be the spotlight for Orlando. No, I'm just joking. We've got other housing providers that will be on site, because they help facilitate the day. So they're going to be our team, and they'll answer questions. So, it won't be like you're trying to fight for Derek and I's attention, but we will. That's why we make these events so compact, because we do want to have time with each and every one of you all, and not just be, us trying to, in a room full of people and we can't interact and engage. So back to you, boss.
All right, so let's do this real quick. Let's pay some bills. Let's go to a quick commercial break, and we will be right back.
Hey, what's going on, family? Please make sure that you watch our webinar, which is the first step to getting started. So just text the phrase "more info," MOREINFO, to the phone number 407-326-0086. Don't type it in the chat. Don't put it below. Text it to that phone number. That way you get that free webinar, but also it leads to a discovery call with me and my team to see how we can get you started. So again, if you love God, love people, and love real estate, this is it. Show me anything else where you can make such an impact in your community, serve God, but also make a bunch of money doing it. We don't hide that. We want to make a lot of money doing what this is so that we can extend our hand in the community and continue to be the answer to affordable housing. Text "more info" to 407-326-0086, and we'll see you on the other side of success. Let's get back to the show.
We're back.
All right, we are back. And thank y'all so much for being a part of the live broadcast. Don't wait to be great. You guys have a lot of choices of where you could be, but y'all decided to be here. Yeah. So let me jump into the little bit of today's topic, right? Usually for my new people, when we have an event coming up, I don't go crazy deep on YouTube, because everything that's here anyway, you can find on our YouTube channel.
Correct.
So if you're new to us, make sure that you subscribe here. And when you click the live tab on our channel, there's probably over 1,300 videos, guys, like that 2 and 3 hours long each. So there's not a question in your head that you can't think of that I don't have an answer.
Yeah.
So even today's topic, but at the event on the 20th, I'm gonna go real deep on this, because I also expect a lot of local people. So I'm gonna give a lot of local resources, but just to give some knowledge and understanding right now, because that's what I do. The topic says where to find your future residents, right? So for some of my experienced people that are here that may be under my coaching, you all also put in the chat, where are you guys getting some of your people from? Some of my newer people that hadn't even got started yet, you put some things in the chat. Also put where are you thinking you would get them from. And now I'll do a little teaching. So most of our clients come some way via social media. Yeah. So probably 80 to 90% of all of the people we get, the root of it is social media. And we call it LIFT, LIFTT. LIFTT. Stands for LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, Threads.
Yep.
So we're going to post on all 5 of those every day, 7 days a week, talking about who we are, what we do, and how we're the cheat code for the city's affordable housing problem.
Yeah.
Does that make sense, everybody? I know I talk fast and sometimes I stutter, but I think I talk really slowly just then. Who are we? What do we do? And letting the city know that we are the answer to affordable housing, and we do it in a shared living environment.
Correct.
Put a 0 in the chat if that makes sense.
Yep.
And because of that, a social worker or a case manager may see it and give me a call. Because on my social media, I'm going to always leave 3 different ways for them to contact me. DM us, comment below, our email address is, or visit our website at. That's 4 ways now, but I'm at least do 2 or 3 ways in every post because I want to give more than one way to contact me. What if he don't have a phone to text me? Can he email me from the public library?
People don't realize the significance of that, right? Multiple, like people don't realize the significance of multiple means of connection and communication, and they get they got so stuck on like the high technology that we talk about, right? Whether it's the AI phone agent, text agent, all of that stuff. But you've got to realize too that the agent population is also the ones that are going to be needing you in this space as well. So you have to make sure that you're readily available to communicate with them, and they're that is that population that wants to speak to someone, right? Bump your AI agents. Forget about sending an email. I want to talk to somebody on the phone and have a conversation so that way I know that I'm dealing with a person, right? And that's one of the reasons why we tell people don't ever overlook every type of communication. You want to make sure that you have an email and not a Gmail, right? Make sure that you have a professional email, because without a professional domain-based email, there are certain things that you will not be able to gain access to. Like I talked earlier about the Uber for Business account. You can't get an Uber for Business account with at gmail.com or yahoo.com or whatever else. It has to be associated with a business. So there are certain things that you won't be able to access because of that. And then the second thing with the email is making sure that, again, just having multiple ways for communication. And email is tried and true. People still utilize it. It ain't going nowhere. And especially for your older population, you want to make sure you have those access points that they're comfortable with. So make sure that you are not cutting out any population because you don't know what population. You may have an idea of who you want to serve, but that may not be the population that is readily available for you to serve in your community at the time you open your doors. So you want to be mindful of that. So back to you.
So the other thing that I want to add to that is that some of you all know what to do. You don't need more knowledge. You just got to activate it. Shay's got this whole saying that she'll bring up in a minute, but if you got the information, some of y'all are just afraid. You're scared. So information without implementation is stagnation.
That's it.
And I said that right?
You said it 100%.
That's her quote. Y'all not nailed it. She's also got another saying that says stagnant water stinks.
Still water
stinks. We should always be moving and flowing. So here's my prayer for a lot of y'all. And the reason why I'm bringing this up right now, I coach a lot of people, and some of y'all are terrified to get on that camera. And I pray that you lose the fear, because that's what's stopping you from filling that house. I'm coaching people right now that's the only thing that's stopping them from getting the people in their place. They're afraid to get on camera. And I say this all the time. I don't care if you fry the best fried chicken in your city, but if you don't tell nobody, how they know to come and get it from you?
That's true.
So if you start a restaurant tomorrow and claim to fry the best fried chicken, guess what's going to happen to your chicken when you cook it? It's just going to sit on the counter. You going to eat it and you going to get fat. You're supposed to sell that chicken to people, but you're so afraid to go tell them how good it is, meaning your beds, your availability, your housing program. How do they know to call you?
Exactly. And
go
ahead. No, you
so finish. I'm praying that you guys lose the fear, because when people tell me that they're not doing good at this or it's not happening as fast, I can usually diagnose that in probably 2 minutes with 2 questions. And I got a lot of questions, but usually these top 2, everybody say no to these 2. And one of them is, have you shot any videos lately telling people who you are and what you do in your branded apparel? Like today, I got on a shirt that says Second Chance.
I'm
creating pathways out of homelessness. She's got on a shirt that says the Angela Denise Foundation.
Thank you for all the hearts.
So one more time, y'all. All we're doing is being a walking billboard, and we're just talking about who we are and what we do. How you gonna pray to God to make you the preferred vendor in your city, and you scared to tell people what you do?
Yeah, that's the part that I think a lot of people,
and most of it's fear.
They stumble on that, and I think it's and what people don't realize is consistency. You can never get complacent in what we're doing. right? Because there's always going to be some new Joe on the block that comes in and says, well, this is what I do.
Yep.
And, and they're looking, for the most part, case managers and social workers are looking for consistency. They want to see that you're not some fly by night. You're just here for a couple of months and then you disappear. And that's usually what happens. Derek and I had a phone call last summer from the police station. From the police department, I should say. I said police station. From the police department in an area. And they had a list, right, of over 30 names on this list. And out of the 30 names, only 2 answered. And that was Second Chance Housing and the Angela Denise Foundation. Because most of those people didn't even exist anymore. They didn't even have a housing program. Yeah. Or they didn't answer the phone.
Which also, here's a point too. That place didn't update their list.
Yeah.
Which meaning you didn't go by and say, hey, can you add me to your list?
Correct.
I just gave you a gem. Shay did too. You need to be asked. You need to ask to be a part of their list.
Yeah.
Hey, Mr. Social Worker, you guys usually have a list at your hospital of providers. Would you mind adding us as we want to be a resource? Put number 2 in the chat if that makes sense. When you guys are going places, ask to be a part of their resource list. You know how many people call our phones and say, hey, we called y'all because y'all name was on this list of paper they gave me. Guys, I have no clue how that happened.
And a lot of times,
somewhere along the way, we probably asked or somebody started a list. So I want you guys to ask that.
Like for me, I'm on 211. I'm on other resource lists because I am a 501c3. So those are some things. And funny thing about it is Derek's actually on a list that only 501c3s are on. And he's the only LLC, like for profit, on that list. And the only reason why he's on that list is because they've verified him. They've utilized his services with Second Chance Housing, and they've chosen not to remove him from that list, when technically this is only a nonprofit list for resources, but they've interacted with him so much, and because he sits on different boards and stuff like that, that it helps him stay in that space, even though he's not a 501c3. But just be mindful that you definitely want to be on people's list, and then also make sure that you're again consistently advocating and screaming out who you are, what you do, who you serve. People get so comfortable that even if their house is full, they stop communicating. Don't do that. Please do not do that, because at any given moment you can have an empty bed, and you want to make sure that you've got, this is where that quote unquote potential, we talk about wait lists don't really wait, and they don't. But you've got connections with people that say, oh, okay, even though you're full, you're going to put my resident on your wait list. Thank you. And then you can follow back up and say, hey, unfortunately, nothing has come available, but I can assist you. And that's when you become an HRA, when you partner with the people around you to help them fill their beds now. And because you're getting the calls. So, Katara is a big advocate for that. Katara has filled so many beds of other ILF members in her area, and continues to help them grow. Right. And it's no stingy energy. Like, we're just out here to do what we are called to do. And that is take people from homeless to hopeful, and utilizing the independent living facility model. And again, just make sure you are consistent in your marketing efforts.
Yep.
Back to you.
And back to that point again, just where are you going to find these people? Hospitals, right? Social workers, case managers. But the reason why I love the social media is because I leave that one lane. Imagine driving on a 1-lane highway. I grew up in the area at once upon a time, Tia Johnson. Remember this many years ago, back in the day? Highway 27 was 1 lane as far as you can drive it.
Wow, really?
Today it's multiple lanes.
It's a lot. And they keep adding.
Prime example, somebody that I was born and raised in the country from Haines City, Florida. The first time I went to Atlanta, Georgia, and saw an 8-lane highway, I about lost it. My example to that is this: social media allows you to be on the 8-lane highway versus just 1 lane.
Yeah.
Social media also allows me to reach more than just the social worker and the case manager. If you're only looking for a social worker and a case manager and Mr. Tyrone who only get an SSI check, This may happen for you, but slowly. Social media and me shooting videos telling people who I am in my branded shirt can give me all genres of people.
Correct.
Not just the guy to get an SSI check or an SSDI check. There may be a guy that want a private room.
Say that again,
but don't
Derek.
want to be in his mama house no more.
Say it again.
But don't mind being in a shared living environment.
Yeah.
But he don't know it exists because he ain't saw your video. He ain't seen your commercial that says, "Hey everybody, my name is Miss Joanne, and I represent Traditional Solutions. We take people from homeless to hopeful in a shared living environment." So if you're a military veteran, if you're somebody that got a job but can't afford these high apartment prices, if you're a police, a prison officer, or you work at Walmart from 9 to 5 but want your own space, give us a call. We can help.
That's
so
good.
Guys, it don't have to only be the guy that get the SSI check. It don't only have to be the guy that's got schizophrenia or depression or bipolar disorder. It could be a traveling nurse. It could be a traveling professional. We talk about all of that stuff, guys. In fact, at the event, I'm going to touch on the travel nurses, the traveling doctor that needs a place to live while he got to do a surgery in Florida, but he live in California. Because some of y'all get these real bougie places that look real nice.
We actually have a team.
Y'all can go different ways with y'all stuff, Tia Johnson. Tia Johnson got a place so nice. If y'all saw it, you would want to live in it. Travel nurses would love that stuff because they come bougie anyway. And if you don't know about the travel nurses, let me give you some game. They're on 91-day assignments, not 90, not 89. They have a 91-day assignment, which removes them from their family to a different city. They come to your city to work. They work 12-hour shifts, meaning they never home. And when they are home, they're sleeping. My kind of resident. So that's another genre or population that you can house that's outside of these people.
Correct.
Does that make sense, everybody? Put a number 7 in the chat if you've ever heard of housing a traveling professional, a traveling nurse.
Yeah. Amelia Horton said, I had never thought about social media. Social media is... So I tell people all the time, as an entrepreneur, as a business owner and operator, we have to use social media as our free media gateway, right? That's your marketing platform, right? That's your news. That's your old, the old tried and true newspaper articles. That's social media now. You know, buying commercial space on the radio. That's still a thing. And your local radio stations are very cost effective. Remember, we did 2 years on the radio. We had a radio show that we sat in on every Friday for the past 2 years. That's changed now. So we're no longer on the radio on Fridays, but there's still marketing that we do on those same radio stations. We may not have a show, but our commercials still play. You know, we still have commercial spots. So make sure that you're connecting with your radio station.
What you do, guys,
you know, you can even get the Roku TV ads, like all of those little new, not little, but those new stations on the TVs that we watch now, the what is it called? Just the streaming channels. That's it. You can put an ad on one of those streaming channels. So just be mindful of those things, right? That those are your alternative marketing solutions. And it takes money to make money. A lot of people are afraid to add, you set a budget and start saving to get your word out for your business. And you continuously keep adding to that. Those are called owner deposits, right? You're investing, owner investments. You're investing into your business. And guess what happens at the end of the year? You can write that stuff off. So just be mindful of the things that you can do to help leverage and build and grow your business outside of the normal, flyers and stuff like that. Website flyers, social media, ads. Put $5 behind a Facebook ad for a week or, for a couple of weeks. So set some budgets and create ways to advertise who you are and what you do. And nothing's too small, right? Just take a step every day to get the word out for who you want to serve.
And watch this. Just here's a little bit of our business coaching on the social media side. An ad must do a few things, or your commercial must do a few things. It must, first of all, be engaging.
Yes.
Was it pretty cool to watch? Or did you go in and say, hello, y'all, my name is Derek.
Know what? I'm mad at you.
And I have a housing program, and my coach told me that if I don't come on here and talk about it, y'all won't know me. So you can call us at 407, and then you check in your notes, 326. Guys, that's not engaging. It's almost, it also must give information. It must be
informative.
Informal. Is that the right word? Informative. Thank you,
Yes.
Shay. It must be informative. Like, what information are you giving? And is it kind of funny? Is it kind of serious? Is it joking? But is it getting the point across? Is it allowing you to pay attention? Does that make sense? Engaging, informative, and is it palatable?
Yeah.
Prime example. I want to show y'all something of my knucklehead brother. When we come back, tell me, was this engaging? Did it give you some information? And did it draw your attention? We'll be right back.
David, I know you're not there yet, but remember I told you to act in faith, and while you're doing all the homework that I told you about earlier, always be looking for a property, whether that's on Zillow, Realtor.com, Facebook Marketplace, or word of mouth using your social media. Always be looking for a property, because you just never know when God's going to say, go, it's your time. Yeah, I remember that, but and you won't believe it, but I actually found a property, and it's in one of them HOAs. And see, David, I can tell already you haven't been listening, because that's one of my major rules, is that we never start an independent living facility in an HOA or a community association, because always in the fine print, it's going to say something about you can't run a business inside of here and you can't not sublet, which is the entire model of what we do. Does that make sense?
We are back. Now, was that engaging? Was it informative? That was my way of telling y'all, do not go and get a house in an HOA. And my knucklehead brother David, who never understands stuff, is being taught by my other brother Dennis. Now, if you know me, that's me on both of those. Using different personas.
Yeah.
But see how I use the commercial to educate y'all? Put a number 2 in the chat if that commercial made sense to you of the point that I was trying to make. Was it informative? Was that kind of wow, Derek, that was pretty, that was cool how you did that with both people. And then I tell y'all that I'm a triplet. No, I ain't. I just used 2 of these people to get a point across.
Yeah.
David is always going to be a knucklehead. Dennis is always going to be really sharp. But my whole goal is to give y'all information through those 2. Put a number 2 if that makes sense, and back on you, Shay.
So somebody has a statement in the chat, and this is the second time putting it in there, so I do want to address it. So Grace states, sometimes if you call social workers too many times, they may ignore the calls or take longer to respond. So we tell people you always have to have a game plan, right? If you're just calling with the give me's, gimme, never get. You don't know your manners yet. Remember that? You ever said that? So you got to know how to approach a case manager or social worker. For one, if you're constantly calling them with the same information over and over and over again, and nothing has changed, have you invited them to your property? Have you invited them to an open house? Have you have you decided to call them and say, hey, I just want to say thank you for what you do, all the work you do. Can I send over a pizza, or can I send over coffee and donuts for your team? Sometimes you've got to switch up your angle. And if you're constantly just calling them saying, hey, this is Shay from the Angela Denise Foundation. I just wanted to let you know that we have beds available in Orlando starting at blah, 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 blah. Please give me a call or send this information. You've got to switch up the way you communicate. So prime example, they may get a call. I may drop by and then visit. I may send an email. I may then say, hey, I want to drop off coffee and donuts to you guys on such and such a day. Is that okay? Let me know how many people will be in the office. When are y'all what's the best day so I can catch everybody in the office. So you've got to switch up your marketing efforts. Prime example, we're having this event on March 28th. Guess what? Some of my case managers will get an invite. Hey guys, we're having an event. we're also going to do a walkthrough at the lady's house. Would love for you as a case manager that has somebody placed in my home to see how we operate these things, because the case managers know that we're consultants as well, right? So I want the case manager to be also comfortable with the fact that Shay may do a walkthrough, right? Shay does a walkthrough. She does open houses at her facility and wants to make sure that they see how we orchestrate that, how we limit the number of people that are coming to the property, how we do all of these different things to make sure that they are comfortable with how we render services.
Yep.
So again, it's all about you have to have a marketing game plan. It's not just call, text, email, gimme.
Everybody's doing that.
That's what everybody's doing. And you've got to separate yourself from everybody else, right? What makes you more reliable? What makes you more responsible? What makes your program stand out from everybody else's? When Derek and I go to places, 90% of the people that they do business with, we've coached or trained. So when we go in, that's our hands up. Oh, okay. So you're doing business with some of our other affiliates, some of those that we've trained in this space. And how are they doing? How are you being treated that way? Let us know, because that way, if we need to retrain or re-educate them because you're not getting the outcomes you're requesting, we'll love to know. So that way we can help them come up a little higher and be a value add to your organization. So you want to make sure that, again, you are a value add. You are not just asking. You are not just requesting information. You're not just coming with the gimmies. You have a way to give back. Pay attention to Social Workers Month, Case Managers Week, like all of the Mental Health Awareness Month. Like, you should have those dates on your calendar, and you should be already preparing what you are going to do for the people that you serve or that you partner with on a regular basis for those upcoming special occasions. Don't go to them with a give me that month. Go to them with a thank you.
Yep.
Right? It's times that I order these beautiful embossed, I should say, notebooks. And, we normally get them as a part of a grant. And it's got the Angela Denise Foundation on it. I got some beautiful pens. I go and I deliver them to the case managers. And like, they're nice. Like, they ain't half done. They are nice. They cost about $700 for 30, I think. But we get them as a grant given to us by an organization, a company. And we use that for those special times a year to say thank you. So think of things that you can do to step out, to be different from the rest. Derek, back to you.
That's it. So let's go back to the chat. Let's see if there were any other questions or concerns in the chat. And that person said, I did. So everything you mentioned is something they did.
So again, don't stop.
Yeah, just keep
going.
You
cannot stop, because I can guarantee you the same people you presented to 6 months ago probably don't even work there no more.
Yeah, lots of turnover in that business when it comes to
lots of
it. Case manager. And just in case, if you're new to us, you got to also remember, like, I did that job.
Derek
was
a
social worker
planner
for 9 years. So I'm not sure if Grace Secret Store, I'm not sure if you're new to us, but I was the social worker for 9 years. So I saw both sides of this. So all Shay is saying is come from other angles, because quite frankly, like she said, everybody in your city is saying, me. I got a house, but nobody's saying, man, you know what? Coffee and donuts on me today. So if you're new to us, let me just tell you, our secret to make this whole thing work is we keep God first. We believe in software and systems.
Correct.
Virtual assistants to help us from the Philippines, right? And being present, dropping off them coffee and donuts. That right there is what makes me different from everybody in my city. Yeah. Most people are just greedy and want the money out of this. And trust me, so did I. Like, I don't hide that, guys. Like, Gary, guys, I don't hide it. I was making 28 grand a year. And God showed me a lady making 41 grand a month.
Yeah.
Housing people in roaches and in rats. I just said, why not me? But do it the right way.
Exactly.
Right. So you guys are no different from me and my family. Y'all probably love God. Y'all love people. You've been trying to get into real estate. You just didn't know that you can merge them all together and call it a ministry and it not be a group home or an ALF. So believe it or not, y'all, in less than an hour today, I'm kind of done.
I'm done.
Unless Shay's got something else. We're saving all our energy for the March 28th event. But like the one lady said that who was new to us, she said, man, this was very informative. And then
100%.
what you don't know, we usually go for hours at times. But usually when we got an event coming up or other speaking engagements, and I think I got 2, we kind of, bring it down some because I talk loud and fast and Shay like for me to save my voice. But if you guys subscribe to our YouTube channel, also I'm live here 7 days a week, y'all. So if you didn't know it, every day, 7 p.m. right here. Saturday is the only day that we go at 10 a.m. But and then a couple weeks ago, my team started something at 7 a.m. So 7 a.m. while you're getting dressed to go to work, turn us on. We're kind of like your favorite sitcom. So put your favorite show in the chat. Martin, Seinfeld, Friends. We on that now.
You really showing your age.
7 o'clock in the morning, 7 o'clock in the evening, and 11 p.m. at night. Guys, I am hard to miss. So if God has put on your heart to help people and house folks, he put me in your face. Congratulations. Because we give the cheat code out. And March 28th in Orlando, Florida, I want to see you in person. We're taking 30 people to pour into, and 10 of those people, I'm going to take them to my ILF. You guys are going to tour it for yourself, and then we're going to continue to learn and grow there at the house because you're going to have more questions once you see it. You're going to say, Derek, why you got that thing sitting on the dresser?
Right.
Why this camera shooting the whole house and outside and all the neighbors? Shay gonna explain all that to y'all. Derek, why you got this code on this door? Why you got all these? Derek, why you got digital codes on all these doors? I don't do that. Shay do. So Shay gonna show you how she do stuff too. I'm gonna teach you how we do the same thing, but we run it a little different.
Thank you for saying that. I need another lock.
Prime example. Prime example. And some of y'all may do this, so I want y'all to respond to this. How many of you all, when you start this, you're gonna put individual digital door locks on all your bedroom doors? I actually don't do that. Shay does. I just want to know how many of you all would be like Shay, or will you not and be like me? So no right or wrong, but I want to know right now, how many of you all will put a digital door lock on every bedroom door? I don't. I do a digital door lock on my front door and all my utility doors that I'm going to keep my chemicals in, my bleach, my Pine Sol, my supplies that when I come there and want to work, I ain't got to be looking for it.
Exactly. That is like, people don't realize how much
we going to give our tenants their stuff. But what if when you get there, you want to do your thing? I want to be able to put on my gloves, get my stuff, and just go to work. But put in the chat, y'all. Let me check the chat. T said that she did.
Yeah, I get you. Yeah,
individual door locks.
Yep.
Yeah. So, and the rule is you got the code, and so do they.
Now, can I give a gem before we go?
Because we don't do keys, so that go my gem. Keys are a nightmare, and they're gonna lose it. You're gonna be making keys every other day.
Listen.
So keys are a nightmare. We do digital door locks, but at my houses, I kind of run it the way my mama raised me. We don't lock doors in here, sir. Now, some of y'all may think that's me. My mama didn't allow me to lock my door.
Yeah.
She said, Darren, you don't pay no bills here. Now, for me, it's a safety thing.
Yeah.
I want to be able to access that door at any given time. And even if I give my guy a key, I got a key to it too. Because some of my guys has got a job and they have tools in a toolbox. They want to lock their stuff up. No problem. I just need a key to it as well. So the keys are the only thing I've done in terms of keys for the individual doors. And I'll admit, I don't have none of those today. But I've had it in the past when I had a guy that had a job. He said, Derek, man, I got some really expensive stuff, bro. I want to be able to lock the door.
Absolutely.
No problem.
Absolutely.
Well, in fact, my rule is that they got to buy the lock. And I get a key to it. No problem. But I ain't had that in a minute. Shay?
Yeah, I was going to say, so the reason why I do it is because, for one, when we started this house, it was a lot of working individuals. And I wanted to make sure, some that worked from home. So they needed to make sure that their computers and their information, one was worked for a healthcare organization. So there needed to be some parameters and locks to secure the work stuff. But I tell people this, the only time I don't put door locks on doors is if I am dealing with individuals that have, I'm gonna give a jam, okay? Hold on to your seat. That has a substance abuse background or has history of committing or attempting to harm themselves. That's when I deactivate the lock on the door. It's there, but they can't use it. I dead the lock. So the locks I use, you can actually make them go dead. Like they'll be dumb. They can't lock. They won't unlock. They won't lock. But those are the reasons when I do deactivate those locks, because I want to make sure that they are safe and they are not putting themselves in harm's way. So that's another thing. If you are going to put locks on doors, make sure that you have a lock that can kind of go dumb. I call it go dumb. And it won't lock or unlock when, if you switch out your population type. And just know, when I say not switch out, but there's a lot of times that you may get a resident that comes in that has that background. And, that may not have been the population you wanted to serve, but that was what came to you. So you want to make sure that those things are available and that you're setting them up for safety and making sure that they're okay. If I do put someone like that in my home, I go around a little bit more than regular to just make sure that they're okay and to see how they're transitioning into the space, and to keep my eyes on them to make sure that they're not harming themselves or putting themselves in a position to relapse on their substance of choice. So that's just a gem I wanted to add.
One last commercial break, guys, and we'll be right back.
So Dennis, in your professional opinion, since you trademarked the ILF, which is the best population, or probably which is the easiest population to serve when I want to get started with my ILF? Well, if you're asking me my personal opinion, I love the elderly adults and military veterans. They're super independent. They don't usually need much from you. And again, they're just easier. People that are more settled in life, meaning age-wise, they just typically are a little bit easier than your younger crew. So, but I always tell people also, right, choose your population by what your community is dictating. Where I live at in Orlando, Florida, it screams for military veterans and elderly adults, which just so happens to be my favorite. Most people don't fail because they're broke. They fail because they're not in the right room. The ILF Academy is not another Facebook group. It's the cheapest and most affordable access point to learning the independent living facility model. In fact, my master class that I taught, it was over 3 hours and 58 minutes. I put that inside of this $5 group. And if you know anything about me, guys, only my one-on-one people get that kind of coaching. But I'm giving it to you all because I want no excuses this year that you didn't know how to get started. So the ILF Academy Elite is only $5, and I'm going to put the link below. We'll see you there.
Hey, we are back.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are back. I just want to say thank y'all again. I hope you guys enjoyed the information today. We kept it pretty tight. We're right here at an hour. So I'm trying to get better at that, y'all. And one day I'm going to get it down to like 45 minutes. But as y'all know, we love this so much. We just love to share it. And even when I come and say I'm only going to be a few minutes, I still end up coming on and teaching. So I appreciate you guys. I love y'all like a fat kid loves cake. Again, visit ilfconsulting.org to purchase your tickets. And remember, right now, there's now only 6 VIP tickets left. So especially if you wish to tour the facility, you need to get your ticket now. Some of y'all going to wait until later, until the last minute. That happens every event. I get that. But if you want one of them VIP tickets, it's only 6 of those left.
Correct.
And I've already told my team, do not go over 10.
I think it's already set to only
Jennifer,
sell 10
that's
tickets.
listening right now, please don't allow that to go over 10. I think 4 people already got it. 2 are couples and 2 people are individual. But please, Jennifer, do not allow over 10 people to purchase that VIP ticket. And as of right now, guys, and I think the day is March the 7th, correct. Saturday at 11:05 a.m. There's 6 of those left.
We are 21 days away.
If you want a VIP ticket, go get that now. If you want to think about it because you just want to come regular, you can take your time. You still got 2 weeks or so. But for the VIP ticket, one more time, go to ilfconsulting.org.
Yeah.
And also, I got another surprise for y'all that I'm not even going to mention until y'all get there.
Really?
So, and I think I'm going to do this for everybody, Shay. I think everybody will get this.
Okay.
But the VIP people will get the tour. I'm thinking about throwing something in for them too, but everybody, so I don't make nobody not feel special. Everybody that comes, I got a special gift that I'm going to give to all of y'all. And y'all going to love it. You know what I'm thinking of?
Oh, I think I know what you're thinking of. All right, I'm sorry. I think I know what he's talking about.
Just
so that means I gotta I gotta get my side down. Like, you know what I'm saying?
And go, here you go. And y'all gonna say, Derek, you shouldn't have.
You're so silly.
Y'all really gonna say that. But anyway, I love y'all like a fat kid loves cake. Last time, ilfconsulting.org. Purchase your ticket, regular or VIP.
Or text LEARN to 407.
Also,
Hold on.
yeah,
Or text LEARN to 407-326-0086 to get your ticket today.
Yep. So if you're more techie, text the word learn. If you're old school like me, you go to ilfconsulting.org. Very easy. But if you take and you want to see how that automation works, because remember, if you buy our coaching, we give y'all this same system that we use. So if you say, hey, if you're a social worker, text the word SW so you can get our most recent bed count and how you and I can work together to end homelessness. Yeah. So we love to show y'all that. So this system that I'm telling y'all to use, we give it to y'all. So try it right now. Text the word learn, all of y'all, LEARN to 407-326-0086. Don't put it in the chat. You got to text it to that number.
Please.
And that's how you get the automated response. You do your thing and boom, you secure your ticket just like that. Other than that, follow me at Derek Forston on Facebook. I want to be your friend, but I also want you to go there and be nosy and look at what we're doing. Look at how we're changing the lives of people through this real estate play that's called the ILF model.
Yeah.
One more thing, subscribe to the YouTube channel. I'm going to pray you guys out of here and I'm done. Shay, bless the people.
Once again, we love you. We appreciate you. And we just want to say thank you for spending time with us. You could be anywhere and you choose to be here with us. And we don't take that for granted, nor do we take that lightly. So may God bless you, keep you. May his goodness shine upon you. And may he be gracious to you and your family. So God bless, and we will see you on Monday.
And in closing, Proverbs 16:3 says, commit your work to the Lord, your plans will be established. That simply means tell God what you want to do because it's already in his will. You ain't even got to ask. He told you to take care of the poor, the needy, and the widow.
Come on, sir.
He also said, when you do unto the least of these, like you're doing him a favor. So commit your work to the Lord. Say, God, this business is yours before I ever even started. And it says, the Bible, and your plans, meaning your ideas, your dreams, will be established.
That's it.
Deuteronomy 8:18 said, you shall remember the Lord your God, for it is he, capital H-E, who gives you power to get wealth.
Yes, sir.
So the people that thought God didn't want you to be rich, you was right. He don't want you to be rich. He wants you to be wealthy.
Come on, sir.
There's a difference between the two, and God gives you the power, the dreams, the ideas, the plans, the coaching from us, the system from us, so that you can get wealth. And the very last one, Proverbs 21:5, the plans of the diligent, meaning that people that are grinding and working at it, lead surely to abundance, but lazy people, but everyone who is hasty, meaning you jumping from thing to thing, not getting set up properly, trying to start this without an LLC.
Yeah.
Trying to start this without insurance.
Yep.
And end up on the Channel 8 News like me with a $40,000 lawsuit. The plans of the diligent lead surely to abundance, meaning everything you prayed for.
Yeah.
But everyone who is hasty comes only to poverty. Father God, thank you so much for the seed that was sown today.
Yes.
Thank you for the ability just to give these people what you gave Shay and I. God, by your grace and by your mercy, bring all of this information back to their remembrance, and God, allow it to stick. Because we always say it, information without implementation is stagnation. And God, we also feel like procrastination is the arrogant assumption that you will give us more time for something you already told us to do. So God, today we won't be arrogant. We won't procrastinate. And God, we will implement this information by your mercy and by your grace and by the help by the Holy Spirit. So Father God, I speak the mind of Christ over these people today. I said that they have an able body to do what you've already called them to do. And Father God, the people that are nervous about getting on that camera to talk about what they do, God, I killed that fear because you didn't give us that. You gave us the ability to love people and also have a sound mind to make decisions. So Father God, we remove that fear and we make the decision to get on video to tell people what we do. Because God, I know it works for people because I teach it all the time. God, thank you for giving it to me, but thank you for allowing this method to work in 41 states right now under your watch. God, I take no credit for all the great things you've done in the lives of these people and the lives of Shay and I. But God, can you do it even more? Can you 10x it? Can you give them exceedingly and abundantly of what they're asking for? And God, I remove the spirit of fear. Because sometimes I heard a saying that says you can do it afraid. There's a difference from being afraid and being in fear. Fear is false evidence appearing real. We're being tricked by the devil when we're in fear. So God, I bind that in Jesus' name. God, give us the finances, give us the mind of Christ, and give us the will to do what you've called us to do. And God, let no devil in hell stop it. Not a city official, not a family member. And God, allow these people to do greater than what you've given Shay and I. God, be exceedingly and abundantly more than what they can ask for. And God will be ever so careful to give you all the glory, all the honor, and all the praise. And it's in Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Amen. And we'll see y'all tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern. Be good, everybody.
God bless.
If this is your first time ever joining us, first of all, I want to say thank you. Second of all, I hope you're enjoying the content. But probably most importantly, I want you guys to text more info to the phone number 407-326-0086. That's going to give you our introductory webinar that breaks all of this down. And it also gives you a call with someone on our team to answer every question you have before moving forward. Because remember, I don't want you to buy nothing before you have a clear understanding of what this is and how to operate it. So one more time, text only these two words, more info, to 407-326-0086, and you will get an immediate download. You click that, you put your name, email address, and phone number, instant download. After watching that webinar, which is about 55 minutes long, first of all, it's going to change your life. Second of all, make sure you book that call, and then you join us 7 days a week on our YouTube channel right here at Forston Consultants, and we'll see you on the other side of success. Let's go. Most people don't fail because they're broke. They fail because they're not in the right room. The ILF Academy is not another Facebook group. It's the cheapest and most affordable access point to learning the independent living facility model. In fact, my masterclass that I taught, it was over 3 hours and 58 minutes. I put that inside of this $5 group. And if you know anything about me, guys, only my one-on-one people get that kind of coaching. But I'm giving it to you all because I want no excuses this year that you didn't know how to get started. So the ILF Academy Elite is only $5, and I'm going to put the link below. We'll see you there. The first step to getting started with your own independent living facility is texting the phrase more info to 407-326-0086. One more time, if you text the phrase more info to that phone number, we're going to give you an immediate text message. You fill out your name, email address, and phone number, and we're going to send it to you instantly to watch it with you and your family or you and your team. And then if you have questions, we want you to join us 7 days a week on our YouTube channel so that we can learn and grow together. But if you think that you want to move forward with one of our coaching products, we'll also speak to you by phone just to make sure that you understand fully what you're getting yourself into. And again, it starts with our webinar. So text more info to the phone number 407-326-0086, and we'll see you on the other side of success.
Hey, Derek, I just want to ask, what's the biggest benefit of independent living facility?
Well, in my opinion, the best form of real estate is shared housing. That's why we invented the independent living facility model, because we view it like this. Why get one house and rent to one income, right? A family usually, mom, dad, 3 kids. What the ILF model does, it allows you to take that same 4-bed, 2-bath home and take 8 people from homeless to hopeful. That's the benefit of shared housing.
So what's the secret to being so successful in the ILF housing model?
The biggest secret literally that we have, and it's kind of no secret because we always say it, we keep God first, right? We love people and we love real estate. So we live by this thing that says that we want to please God, right? Because we believe that if you do that, man, everything else can just fall in place. We believe in helping people. And that's something that's actually in the Bible. God says that when you do unto the least of thee, it's like you're doing it unto him. We also believe in being respected by our community while we're doing it. When I first started this, guys, nobody knew me. Today, we're really well known, but not because of how great I am. It's because of the housing program that's changing the lives in the city in which we live in. And then the last part about it, I want you guys to make enough money to feed your family. So one more time, we believe in pleasing God, helping people, being respected by the community, but I also want you to make enough money to feed your family. And you can do that while doing the independent living facility model. So just text more info, just those two words, more info, to 407-326-0086. And that's the first starting point. David, I know you're not there yet, but remember I told you to act in faith. And while you're doing all the homework that I told you about earlier, always be looking for a property, whether that's on Zillow, Realtor.com, Facebook Marketplace, or word of mouth using your social media. Always be looking for a property, because you just never know when God's going to say, go, it's your time. Yeah, I remember that. But, and you won't believe it, but I actually found a property and it's in one of them HOAs. And see, David, I can tell already you haven't been listening, because that's one of my major rules, is that we never start an independent living facility in an HOA or a community association. Because always in the fine print, it's going to say something about you can't run a business inside of here and you can't not sublet, which is the entire model of what we do. Does that make sense? Dennis, would you happen to have a list of things that, you did wrong in the beginning when you first started your independent living facility? Like, what kind of mistakes that you made? David, that's actually a great question, right? Even coming from you. I wrote a book that's entitled How to Avoid the ILF Fiasco. And in fact, David, it's the 12 dumbest mistakes that are ever made. And because I didn't want other people to make them, I put it in a book. So go to forstonconsultants.com. That's again, forstonconsultants.com, and check it out. That's where you can find all of our ebooks, all of our coaching, and more information about live events. Well, I'm gonna just have to do that then, because that sounds like a good starting point to me. Hey, Dennis, I was watching one of your replays on your YouTube channel, over there at Forston Consultants, and you said something about paying us as an affiliate if we refer somebody to y'all and they get the coaching, you will pay me. What does that mean? David, do you listen or understand anything we talk about? And yes, that's true. We'll literally pay you for using your affiliate link, that if you drive somebody to us for the coaching and they get it, we pay you 40%. We started that last year. Not sure how long Derek could continue to do that, but David, get in now. Text the word affiliate to 407-326-0086. Fill out the information and you're in. It's that easy. Wow, man. That's a heck of a deal, because basically you telling me if I refer somebody to you for your one-on-one coaching, you're going to give me 40% of that. So Dennis, in your professional opinion, since you trademarked the ILF, which is the best population, or probably which is the easiest population to serve when I want to get started with my ILF? Well, if you're asking me my personal opinion, I love the elderly adults and military veterans. They're super independent. They don't usually need much from you. And again, they're just easier. People that are more settled in life, meaning age-wise, they just typically are a little bit easier than your younger crew. So, but I always tell people also, right, choose your population by what your community is dictating. Where I live at in Orlando, Florida, it screams for military veterans and elderly adults, which just so happens to be my favorite.